Mm. Welcome, everybody, to the Moderately Idiotic Podcast, the Fallout Bunker Edition.
Yeah, 100%.
We're back in studio for now.
Welcome back.
Paul, John, as always.
Always.
You know, since we're kind of like, yeah. You know, I thought about a way to retaliate as far as this fucking lighter thing you got going on. And you kind of beat me to the punch as far as, like, buying your guns like actual Lego firearms.
Yeah, Lego firearms. The real thing.
Which, again, I thank you because it's going to save me. Because if you give the current situation, right, it's not the machines taking over.
Yes.
But we're going to need a John Connor. Mm-hmm. And I think you're the father. I think if you had to go, if you were the one that they're sending back in time.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
An alternate universe.
Mm-hmm.
You're the one that they send behind because Nicole is the mother of the savior of the human race, right?
Yeah.
Because
That's how this works.
I mean, machines may come in later. We don't know. Right now,
who knows?
Right now, it's just like impending nuclear doom.
Right.
Any scenario, you're gonna have to have a leader is already being born.
Yeah, you're gonna need it.
Right. And so I think young Tristan is on his way. I mean, he's smart.
Yeah.
He's learning hand-to-hand combat.
Right.
You just got him 2 realistic toy firearms where Uncle Paulie can teach him the basics of firearm safety.
Even the way it projectiles it shoots it from the back of the shell, which means there's a pin in there.
Right. Well, it's probably another spring. Right? So you put the bullet into the casing, you load the casing into the magazine. When the firing pin, I'm sure the gun has some kind of mechanism.
That's what I'm saying, a mechanism
that activates a secondary spring system that shoots a bullet out of the end of the barrel.
Because it shoots that thing, so it means it's triggering.
Yeah.
It's
like you know, it's just you're just using something. I mean, it's basically a propellant.
That's what I'm
spring.
saying.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but the best part is that other than looking like a straight up Lego firearm that we used to build, you know, when we had Legos, you know what I'm saying? The big blocky ones, you know, we'd build handguns because, you know, we're primates and at some point we're going to build weapons to try to hurt our buddies. Yeah, I mean, it's just the realism is basically removing what I was going to fear at some point, actually having him handle an actual firearm.
Oh, yeah.
And you've cut that move out for me. And I can't help but to say thank you, John, for
we're just working
giving me a visual aid, actual visual representation. It's like giving the officers like blue-colored firearms when they go to training.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got to get them to stop pointing it at people.
Oh,
right?
Sure.
This is still a struggle. You know what I mean? We're several years of struggle.
Also, he just turned 8.
I know. But we've been trying for like 6 years to get him to stop, right? You know? It started with
So he was 2, and he still have a problem with muzzle discipline, is what you're saying.
That part, yeah. And he won't look down the barrel himself. He's learned that part.
Well, I mean, he is a smart kid. I think he's figured that part. The problem is we got to make him worried about putting the barrel towards someone else.
Especially with
unless they're commies or AI robots.
Yeah, and especially with that one Nerf weapon he has that put a dent in my metal door.
Oh, yeah, this thing was rad.
Yeah, and he brought it up the other day. He's like, hey, you're not going to pull it out if somebody comes. I'm like, nobody's coming. He's like, yeah, but if they did, and I took that thing, and I just kept going, and I was like, no, you're right.
It's like, you know, it's like you're trying to control. He's like, it's like he's so far advanced and like,
dude, it's infuriating.
It's funny how, because now I see a lot of in our peer group, right? The late 40s Gen X guys. I mean, they're all like, man, I guess I'm gonna have to get a gun now.
Yeah.
You know, like they're waiting for this impending invasion from whatever. And I'm like, I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't.
Right.
I mean, Second Amendment.
Should or shouldn't.
But why are you doing it? Because you think that you're going to be in the woods in your backyard.
It's like Red Dawn.
But that's what they're expecting.
Yes.
They're expecting to be sitting at work and start seeing the Russians parachute down.
I said it to Nicole.
And I'm going to keep it real. I don't know if we got that same kind of group of kids nowadays.
Right,
They're going to jump in the back of a Chevy pickup and ride off into the wilderness.
We do not, right? Except
that's why
the hope is this next generation,
right.
not this next generation that's happening. They're not doing
I
anything.
I have long said that this was the idea, right? Mm-hmm. As we can put on our tinfoil hats for a second. Yeah. My theory is that at some point they realized that they weren't going to come at us full force. Mm-hmm. Nobody can do that. We're too much of a giant.
Too much.
Right? Mm-hmm. Iran was talking shit. And, given who's in office, I'm not saying it happens all the time, but now they got to fuck around and find out guy.
Yeah.
And this is not a red or blue choice. This is saying what is. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
This is not pro or con. It's just what is.
Yes.
And so, we got to fuck around and find out president.
And they're about to.
And they already got slapped around a little bit. Mm-hmm. But my point is that, it's either, it's either apocalypse, like viral, nuclear, or Terminator. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? There's I feel like those are our three options moving forward with the fate of the world. Mm-hmm. And I'm just saying, I'm just glad he likes me.
We've got, yeah, especially with these military contracts with all these robotics
I'm talking about
companies.
Your son, not President Trump.
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my story yesterday to Nicole, was just that. It's like because I asked if she'd ever, I knew the answer, but I'd asked if she'd ever seen Red Dawn, the first one, or the Thor remake. The answer was no, and I said, all right, well, in it, a war emerges on American soil. I said, but they land in a town, basically Smithville.
Basically.
And, the high school quarterback takes charge, and then, everybody follows suit, and all the kids do their part. I said, so the nerd starts building, cool tech. I was like, the tough guys get ready to fight. I was like, it becomes a whole thing. I was like, the
women folk watch this until they get pissed, and they say they want to carry a gun.
Right. I was just like, it really makes sure that each kid's strong point and strength or whatever. You know what I mean? So I was like, the tough kids do the thing, and then the nerds are like, no, we still got a place because we'll build a drone robot, in '88,
right?
And still they can shoot a gun at somebody, the whole thing. And she's like, okay. I said, and we're talking about other people of different age groups that weren't going to be of assistance at all. And then we acknowledged that Lincoln, on the other hand, on the flip side, that wasn't part of the part of the 14 to 25 area.
Right. I feel like that's where we lack.
The 14 to 25-year-olds aren't going to fight a war.
No.
But my little psychopath, I'm like, he'll be covered in mud and hiding inside a little ditch cove, and you're going to be
You'll be having to tell him, hey, buddy, they don't, they have night vision, but I don't know if all of them have infrared. Right. I don't know if you need to go full.
Yeah, he's going to be Delta Force
full predator, bathing himself in mud, covering himself in mud to outrun infrared. Robots, yes.
And for what it's worth, I don't even know if
communists or whatever. I don't think I don't think all the soldiers have that.
My brain was thinking the bathing himself in mud, and then immediately I was like, no, he just won't. He'll only be covered in mud because he's scurrying around in the mud. You know what I mean? I'm like, he's not gonna shower, so he's just gonna be like, he's just feral little dreadlock.
Yeah,
that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, he's gonna be like that kid on the Avatar movies.
Mm-hmm. There we go, right?
The human kid on Avatar. That's gonna be your boy in the trees fighting for U.S. freedom, baby.
Yeah. And he did it again last night. I had to tell him, I was like, "That we're safe. We live in the safest town in America. Man. Nobody's coming." And he's just like, "Yeah, but if they did," and I'm like, "Bro, you hide." And he's like, "I'm not hiding." I was like, "No, you hide. I stopped the criminal, right? And then, mommy, you hide." And he's
this kid is gonna be a tier 1
dude.
You think he's going to school for engineering? computer science, and then he's gonna pull a fast one on you and be like, "Hey, Dad, hey, Poppy, I want to be a dev guru.
Yeah,
I want to be a fucking tier 1.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna send him to that Tim Kennedy camp over there.
He's gonna be
going on.
Yeah, he's gonna be a tip of the spear kid. He's not gonna be. He's not gonna be flying the drones. He's gonna be painting the target.
He's gonna know how to fly the drone, right?
Oh yeah,
but he's also gonna be.
He's the one that's gonna be. They're gonna recover the drone, and he'll be able to repair it so they can have Overwatch. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I'm super excited.
It's pretty wild, and it's weird.
That's my goal now. I used to be live long enough to see the next Avengers movies. Now I want to live long enough to see your boy take power.
Yeah.
when he ascends the throne.
It's just so dicey. Sternum punched me a couple days ago with his fucking left under. I was just like,
see, the problem is you want your kids to do stuff. Right. You want your kids to have activities.
It's just this fine line of like, hey,
it's just that all the activities that your boy wants to do involve like some kind of combat.
Combat every time.
Some would say it's like, hell yeah, brother, America. We're We're raising soldiers again, not
And the man
protesters
in me does that, right? So there's
yeah, you're like, fuck yeah.
There's what I would say 40% of me that goes, yeah. But the 60% of me logical dad's like, hey, buddy.
That guy's looking at liability issues.
Let's take it down a notch. Your sensei said it's a defense.
Yeah.
Not an attack weapon.
No, your boy's offense all the time, all day. He's offense.
All the time. Dude.
Defense is like, well, okay, we'll figure something out. He's like, strike first, strike hard. He's totally Cobra Kai.
I was trying to teach him, not teach him. I was trying to practice his blocks for him.
Right.
And then he goes, Pop, you're doing it wrong. I was like, no, it goes like this. He's like, no, it's not the block that's wrong. He goes, your other arm's not chambered. That's all. Because I'm just showing you the block, man. Well, you still got to be chambered. I'm all, oh.
No, Poppy. You got to strike back.
I know. I'm all like, hey, man, I'm not trying to defend. I'm just showing you so you can practice your hits and blocks. And he's just like, yeah, but you're not chambered, so you don't know what I'm coming at.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on. You're not taking all the factors into account.
My bad.
Man, this kid's going to have a bright future at the CIA. I'm just saying. He's going to be a non-commissioned operator. They're just going to like, hey, we're going to turn you loose in fucking wherever. Syria, North Africa, whatever. Yeah, and he's going to be like, okay.
Yeah, and it's going to be one of those bring him in conversations where they're there and like some country is under peril and, some Sam Jackson looking dude's there and he's like, well, we don't have any operatives left. And he's like,
we just got intel that Wafukistan has gotten their hands on yellow cake, and we need to send somebody in country to fucking sabotage the nuclear program.
And you just hear a phone.
Where's that long-haired kid that killed like 6 people last time? Let's get him ready to go.
Bring him in.
Bring in the specialist.
Who's he talking about, sir? And then it just cuts to like some scene.
Call sign Tristan. Call sign Tristan.
He's hanging off of a cliff. A helicopter has to go get him.
He's gonna be Woo. Mission. He's gonna be totally Mission Impossible Woo.
That crazy Hummel dude that keeps climbing the shit that he shouldn't climb with no ropes.
Right, yeah. He's going to be scaling some kind of like preposterous wall.
Yeah.
Like 6 people have died trying to do it, and he's just walking it because, he's just on another level. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or are they going to find him like with a beard?
Yeah.
Out in the Alaskan wilderness,
just
chopping wood.
There. Yeah, he's
Chopper lands in front of his house, and he's like
reluctant.
They're like, Colonel, we need you for another mission. You know what I mean?
And he just keeps on sharpening a stick or whatever it is he's doing over there as he's.
Sir, you making? He's like, I'm just freshening up my surrounding area booby traps. Yeah.
And he ignores them, right? He won't say any words.
The chopper lands, and the guy gets out and gets to the fence line, and your boy's like, stop, don't go any further.
Yeah.
What's the matter, Colonel? I'm going to have to walk in because you don't know where all the booby traps are.
He's doing shit. That's the deal. It'd be funny. And then he, finally, he's just like, I already said I'm done.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's not a choice, and they just leave the papers on the and then when they cut next to him, he's
yeah,
clean cut.
I'm gonna have to stop you there, pal. I don't know if he's just gonna give it up one day.
No.
I think the point is that you're you and poor Nicole, 45 years from now, you're gonna be sitting on the porch when the car drives up, and he's like, Mr. and Mrs. Deshawn, I just want to say on behalf of a grateful country that your son gave his life in the pursuit of liberty and freedom.
Yeah.
What happened? I'm sorry that it's classified information. Just know that he died a hero.
They give you a flag.
Yeah, they're going to give you a flag.
Wood box rectangle thing.
We can't tell you why you should come to the CIA. Just know that we're having a star ceremony later on this week, and I would ask you to attend. You know what I mean? You just imagine your boy like standing on that island like at the end of No Time to Die. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
After like saving the world, he's just got to take that missile strike.
Dude, it's just man. There's sometimes when like
I know I shouldn't be laughing.
No,
but
man. When my oldest was his age,
I just love your boy.
Right? She was like, I want to be either like a chef or a salon person who does hair and makeup, right?
Right.
And here we are. She's an adult and she's in training to be a salon hair and makeup person.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you see like these trajectories, but it's like you kind of know early on. People act like you don't, but you do. You can look at people and go, I know what's going to happen here. And with him, you're like, man, this is a fork in the road. There's only two forks, sadly. There's not. It's not.
If they made like a 8-fork fork.
Yeah.
That's the kind. It's like assassin, software engineer.
Right. Yeah. It's like
payload specialist. Hitman.
And it's like
car mechanic.
Yeah, and it's either problem or like savior. There's no.
See,
it's just not.
Hey, look, man. I've made it a point in my life that when I see people that are clearly heading on a certain trajectory,
win them over.
Win,
right? Win them over.
Absolutely, because he's either going to remember me when he's in power, or he's not going to murder me indiscriminately if he happens to see me
when he's up there and he's like,
when he's clicking in that scope,
and he zooms in, and he's like, oh. No, not Lowry.
And I'm just sitting there clueless.
And he pushes another guy's gun down.
Drinking a Diet Dr. Pepper, thinking about, how bad like Doomsday is going to suck, whatever Avengers movie that's coming out.
And whoever's next to him, right, he does the hand push of their firearm down, and they're like, sir, do you know him? He's like, it's my uncle. They're just like, what? And he's like, it's complicated.
I mean, he's not blood, but he was really nice to me when I was a child.
And then he just shows up, right? And you're like there slurping, you're like the donut shops, slurping on your drink, about to talk to some other old guy.
Yeah.
And he just shows up, and you're like,
hey, I don't care what you're talking about no more, son. My nephew just walked in. Give me a second. He walks up. He salutes me. I was like, I've never been in the military.
He's like, we got to go.
Yeah.
No idea, no explanation.
What do you know about this guy? And I go, how do you got pictures of me fucking looking fat on a bench drinking a 44 ounce? Where the fuck is this coming from?
Happened to be next to the donut guy.
Don't ask questions, Uncle Paulie. I need you to just come with me real fast. All right. I'll be, if I'm, hopefully, whenever that happens, I'll be long retired. So I'll be like, well, fuck, I don't have nothing better to do. Just talk to these assholes. Your father don't take my calls anymore, so I don't know.
No, that's the best part. He's like, it's been a long time.
Yeah. It's been a long time, Uncle Paulie.
Oh, man.
To be fair, I'm surprised you're still alive.
Thanks for the... he's like, no. Actually, or he's like, I don't know how my dad isn't, but you are, but whatever, it's fine.
Yeah. He goes, to be honest, Uncle Polly, I'm going to be totally honest. I lost $500 because I was assured that you were going to go before my old man.
Fucking vitamins every day, you know?
And I'm still kicking along.
Supplements, vitamins.
Now I'm in a fucking Professor X fucking hover chair, dude. It's going to be fucking rad. And my nephew is like Sheldon, but like an assassin.
An assassin version. Yeah. That's the coolest. He's
going to tell me he loves me, but then point out all of the shit that's going on with me right now.
Right.
It makes me...
all of this fantastical story is awesome. Thank you for entertaining it, Paul.
Hey man, the only way to come to grips that you're hey man, hey look, you're gonna have a time in the sun for a while, Hey, being dad of the leader of the free world,
right?
Or the new leader, of the new world.
It's a trip. Yeah, of the new world. Jesus.
You'll be like King Regent, however he does things now. I don't know.
Bro, all I know is that like 3 days ago, right? Because I'm not a news guy, I'm not a politic guy. But I hit the TV to actually normal live TV, and like, I don't know why the timing was what it was, but it was just like, fucking lasers knock out a drone, and I was like, wait, what? And they were like, oh yeah, you didn't know we had lasers now? It's like it's like the first time in wartime we're using lasers, and I was
the problem with AI, another problem with AI is that now when you get reels on Instagram, you don't know what the fuck you're watching, right? Because I just watched one earlier today where it was like a silverback in an enclosement fighting tigers.
Oh, yeah.
In a bear. Right. But it looked so fucking real. It wasn't like clear, like, uncanny. It was more uncanny valley. I guess it's easier with animals, but they're getting fucking pretty close with people, where you can't tell the difference.
We've been working on the animal bit since Jumanji and Jurassic Park.
Oh, yeah. So it all started with special effects in Hollywood, right? Uh-huh. This is how all that shit...
100%. You see Beastmaster from 1980, whatever.
Yeah, right. That's where it starts. I mean, those were infancy of special effects. And now they just got like a full-on gorilla taking on 3 Bengal tigers after you just crushed a black bear.
Funny story. Just last week and the week before, myself and one of our co-workers, we'll say, both watched Beastmaster.
The original?
The original, to see if it holds up. And he was like, hey, you got to watch it. I was like, I haven't seen it in 40 years. And he's like, watch it.
Oh, yeah. Where was that? Hey, Tubi?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Right? It had to be Tubi. It couldn't be any much better. It was Pluto, Tubi kind of thing.
I live for the day.
It's not like it was
I live for the day where we get a paid ad from Tubi because we be...
I'll write the new song.
We're all up on Tubi.
Dude.
Because they're the shit.
Yeah,
all over the place, much like this podcast, but still, they have bangers on there that we've been waiting decades to rewatch.
Stop. I've been waiting forever to. Dude, if you're thinking, man, I sure do want to rewatch Rad, Gleaming the Cube, and Thrashing, guess what? In a row.
Well, you start with Gleaming and Cubes.
Yeah.
Right? Then you watch like Saw.
Right.
And then
1 through 8. They did get 9 and 10.
Yeah, then like 4 movies later, you get, Rad. You know what I mean? It never, their algorithm for trying to figure out like, based on your based on your recent choices, we think you like these movies. It's like, oh no, you watch Pride and Prejudice?
Yeah,
how about Hostel?
Right, how about Hostel followed by Showgirls? And you're all, it's a weird, I don't know what rabbit hole. How are you?
And yet you haven't turned away.
I'm watching every single next choice makes sense.
It makes choice. It's maybe not in the theme that you're wanting at the point, but it's not something that you're not unwilling to watch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's kind of like if you had a store, like a Walmart, right? It's like, no, this will all be in here. Yeah. This is not in the right place. It's more like a Ross, I guess, because it's not in the right place.
Because, I need toilet paper. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, you pass by the entire kitchen section on your way over there, and then why do you need a fucking hex-clad fucking pan that you buy on your way over to get toilet paper?
Man, right.
Yeah, that's how
Tubi's
exactly. That's a good analogy.
It is everything you need.
But it's all over the fucking place.
Over. There's no logic.
They want you to trek the entire store for impulse buys before you find out what you're actually getting to.
It's like when your favorite grocery store decides to remodel and move all the aisles.
Oh yeah,
and you're all,
it's
hey,
the same shit. It's the same shit.
how exactly, right? Does kids' juice end up on the hardware aisle? I'm just curious, Brookshire.
But it's always on the end cap,
Dude.
right? Because they go, oh, here's the juice. Man, they got to sell on fucking Kubota or whatever the fuck it is, the tools.
There you go.
Yeah,
Right.
you just walk down that aisle.
Oh, this makes sense.
But see, if you don't have like somebody like your wife, kind of, you don't need a new drill.
Oh.
Grab the fucking juice and come on.
Yeah, but
Babe, I just want to look. I'm not going to buy anything.
I'll have to find this picture because I don't think you've ever seen it before. But at our first, it was the first house we bought together. But I was on vacation, right? And I specifically remember the whole situation. It was I had taken vacation because it was like basically this week or the next week at the time. So it was right here in South by Southwest. And I just saw the flyer the other day. I had 16 gigs that week, right?
Oh, damn.
So the pictures from that era. So what happened in that one was I was trying to get all the right gear ready for each project because they weren't the same band. It was 4 different bands, 16 gigs, right? 3 days or 5 days or something like that. All different. And so I was getting all the stuff ready. And to do so, I went ahead and pulled every keyboard that I owned at the time out of my music room. But she wasn't home. She wasn't supposed to be home. We didn't have Live 360 yet, so I didn't know she was getting home. And then she walked in the back door.
Yeah.
Right? And then I turn around, and somehow, for whatever reason, but she had her phone ready to go. And there's a picture of me turned around with a, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And there's like 25 keyboards just piled around me in the doorway, on the floor, behind me. And I'm like,
now we just needed her to take a picture. She needs you to look up from when you're hand building a fucking Zippo and let me get that picture.
Man.
I'm ready for that one. Yeah.
Hey, Zippo update.
So yeah. Hold on. Do I have a sound for the Zippo update?
I hope so.
What is it? That's close. That's good.
That's close enough.
Yeah. Hold on. It's like
the entire reason I bought the stupid Romeo and Juliet printed fiasco.
Yes.
Well, turns out when you buy some sort of cheap imported shell, that the screen print peeled right off.
So when are you going to start hand painting your own?
I guess I'm going to have to because now I just have a black lighter. To which the wife goes, it's just black now? I was like, yeah. She goes, wasn't this the entire point of what started? I'm all... The entire purpose was to have...
just a black
Zippo.
It
just peeled off.
You didn't feel classic about going with like stainless steel?
I mean, at least it looks cool. I will say at least it's black, right? It does have a cool look, and it is fitting of me, but it is kind of annoying.
You get our 3D printer buddy of ours. He'll make you a holster. Is that what you're going to do?
I mean, that might be next. That might be next, man.
I mean, look, and this is coming from the heart. I've seen your fashion choices at times.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And they're all fine.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know. A zipper holster?
Yeah, you might
a Zippo holster? I mean, you're pushing the limits,
man,
buddy.
That's gotta be.
You know what I mean? What if I just started just showing up with like a katana, like like that I have like on my back, and I just say, hey, I'm a katana dude now, dude, and then,
yeah, dude, katana guy.
You're in here. You like that video of that fat kid with the lightsaber that they took years ago?
Dude, the first viral video ever?
Yeah. That would be, my brother actually has a video of me when I bought one.
Dude, hell yeah.
And it's dark, thank goodness, but I'm still a big fucking nerd out in the backyard making my own sound effects because it didn't come with a soundboard. And I'm like,
we can't not do that. Do you remember that story? Hayden Christensen?
Yeah.
They had to shut him up. They were like, hey, man, we're going to have to mute your mic if you don't stop. And he's like, if I don't stop what? They're like, you keep making the noises. He's like, what? And they were like, yeah. And they played it back, and he was like, I guess in my subconscious. Hey, you can't not. He's still an 8-year-old.
How does any grown male?
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Lincoln's got a barrage.
It doesn't even have to be a lightsaber. I could just have a fucking one chopstick, and I'm like, womp, 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 womp.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, hey, just so we're clear during all the lightsaber battles, we're gonna have to come back and do post, and you're gonna have to record all your shit in the studio because all you dummies are going.
Yeah. It was also affecting his face. They were like, hey, you're supposed to be angry and fight, right?
He's
and
all
we
happy.
have you on these moves with cornball noises, and so you're like,
yeah.
And they're like, hey, dude, we need you to look mad.
Or just unbridled happiness that he's fucking in a lightsaber battle with Obi-Wan.
So funny.
Fuck out of here. That's great
so
shit.
Funny. And I get it though. I've never not done it,
Oh.
And the other day Lincoln was like, hey,
50
man.
year old. I probably did it today. It's become such a common 100%. Fucking deal that I just forget I've done it.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You can't not do it.
The good old days.
So I watched that Lanterns trailer.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not saying we have to deep dive into it, but I have some first of alls, right?
Yeah, some first. And I mean, I watched, like I said, I hadn't watched the actual trailer, but I gleaned enough from like, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. You're
let me tell you my first impressions.
Yeah.
It's like a True Detective Green Lantern.
1,000%. And some people have tried to deny that that's what it is. They're like, no, it's more like this or that. I'm like, no, man.
Absolutely what it is.
Bro, when the trailer starts, it's like a long, dusty road, pretty girl in a cowboy hat that's clearly like the rebellious but kind of by-the-book, firm cop lady.
Right.
And you're all, huh. And then it's like small town. It pans out, and she's fed up with this dude who's like, she's the fed-up, irritated cop, and then there's the fed-up, irritated I'm grizzled Kyle Chandler, and she's like, oh, not you, and he's like, oh, not you, and you're all like, what is this? And then there's like there's this weird twang guitar, and I was like, oh, True Detective.
Yeah.
Right? Within 15 seconds of the 1.5 minute long trailer, you're like, oh, this is True Detective?
Yeah.
Okay, I see. And I'm going to jump on somebody else's thing from the internet here, but I couldn't help but notice it, right? Because in the trailer, man, there's something that's not prevalent. There's something that is not shown. And you're like, hey, it's a 1.5 minute trailer about a very specific... Hey, dude.
No ring, no lantern, no costume.
Zack Snyder with an iPhone in his own backyard.
Again?
No, I'm saying he made an actual Green Lantern human being...
Right.
With his iPhone in his own backyard, right?
Hey, man, and I'm not saying it's right. But, I mean, like I said, unless you know inside baseball, you know that fucking Warner Brothers, who owns HBO, who owns DC, right, who owns all the rights to these characters, they're having a little tough time in the wallet right now. You know what I mean?
And clearly... They show a ring, right? And you're like, oh, cool. But when they do show the costume, I don't know how well you know.
I didn't see the costume.
I don't know.
I said, I didn't watch the full trailer.
Nobody was in it. Look, I don't know how well you know Green Lantern, but in 99% of the comics, right? Not all, but in most,
right?
The ring has the costume in it.
Oh yeah. I know that much.
Okay, in this case. A grizzled, frustrated, I've given up, sardonic, sarcastic, cynical Kyle Chandler swoops around the back of his closet for his dusty old Green Lantern uniform.
Oh, he puts it on?
Well, I mean, he certainly didn't in the show, but that's the gimmick or the idea.
No, he didn't. Yeah, that was the whole thing where he does the whole. I mean, everybody's done it different. Like it kind of like Nano is kind of like Iron Man putting on his suit. It kind of spreads down one arm of the ring.
Yeah, not
it covers the entire body.
In this case, it's evidently an old suit in the back of his closet behind the wedding suit that he didn't want to wear, 6 years ago. And so he slides to the back of his closet, and there's an old suit And you're like, that's not how this goes. Well, but guess what? Not once is there an actual Green Lantern in the show. And you're like, hey, you had a minute and a half.
Yeah.
You had a minute and a half to win me on this, and you showed me this like True Detective style mystery, and it's the same hues as True Detective. And of course, when AI had asked it, right, they were like, HBO wanted a True Detective style mystery, noir. You know, they want this detective story that also happens to be grounded in reality. I was like, yeah, I got it. Grounded in reality also means a couple of things. It was much cheaper to take that route.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Or this is one of those fucking James Gunn decisions where he's like, you know what? They want the costume?
Oh, yeah, then they're not going to get it.
Then they're not going to get it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, what? It's like, you want a good Superman? Well, then you're not going to get it.
Yeah.
It's such a
contrarian
fuck.
Well, yeah.
Hey.
And
right?
And hey, look, it takes one to know one, and I know you are, buddy, and I've embraced that about you. But yeah, well, I mean, then why do a superhero movie?
Then why call it right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, why did Madam Web exist, right? You knew I was going there because that movie would have been totally. Oh, is it on behind me? I'm glad I'm not fucking. I'm glad I can't watch it.
It is on.
But we talked about till we beat that dead horse into dust
ad nauseum.
It's like we could have just had a woman almost die or whatever the case may be.
Wakes up
to wake up. I mean, we had Premonition with Sandra Bullock. That was. I mean, they could have given us. It's been a while since that movie was made. They could have gave us an update.
Yeah.
Throw in her seeing the death of like a serial killer trying to kill 3 college girls. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And her trying to keep them alive.
Right.
And not all the the most dumbest special effects, and still had the exact same cast.
Could have done everything the same.
Hey, look, we've already wrote those checks. Right. We'll just keep everybody. We're just pivoting away from making it a Spider-Man adjacent movie, and it would have been just fine.
You want the truth, though? If they would have hired a different editor at the last minute and been like, hey, make this not Marvel. Yeah. Make this not a superhero.
No,
and
make this make this not Sony.
Right. But he could have, a really good editor could have just re-edited the shit out of this movie. And it never would have been an ounce of spiders or Spider-Men or anything.
It would have been.
They just would have made this cool, like, edgy, psychological, like
a whole site better than what we got.
And you wouldn't have had to reshoot anything. They just would have been like, hey, no, we're just going to edit this out. Right. Instead of this weird thing in a suit running on the ceiling, I'm just going to cut to the part where he's standing there in his trench coat. And they're like, okay.
Yeah. They could have done anything.
That works. And he's like, yeah, I'm just going to make it go black and flashy for a minute. You're not going to know what's going on. And then they're going to, yeah. And then they're like, well, hey, what about this ending with all these superhero costumes? He's like, no, I already edited that out.
Yeah, we dumped all that.
And they're like, oh, wow, how'd you do this? And he's like, because I'm an editor, right? That's all it would have taken.
So 3 super hot. Mm-hmm. I mean, we could have made them college girls. It was still kind of creepy that they were all like in high school.
Really weird, considering
you know what I mean. I guess if we were going to redo Madam Web, and totally move away from anything Web.
Yeah,
it was to put these girls in college.
Yeah, put them in college.
You know what I'm saying?
A little weird to have us all.
Yeah, okay. Because kidnapping teenagers. I mean, even if you're trying to save them, it's probably still like a third-degree felony. So I'm sure you're doing prison time for that.
Yeah,
take away the spider killer and make him just a run-of-the-mill fucking serial killer. You had college girls on college campuses. You could make fucking Madam Web a fucking professor,
100%,
or a TA, or somebody's about to get her doctorate or whatever, and then she fucking bumps her head or drowns, almost drowns, and comes up with fucking gifts.
Right.
That movie would have been. Man.
That would have been a cool movie. I would have watched that on Amazon Prime.
I almost wish that there's 2 movies now. There was only one because I still in my mind sometimes direct the Shang-Chi Wong buddy comedy in Bangkok that I wish would have happened.
Yeah,
that's another time. Right. Or now, hey, just Madam Web, but not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Call it anything else.
Anything.
Madam, fucking Premonition, Visions, whatever you fucking want to call it. That'd been a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you could have had them in college. You could have had them, pillow fight. I mean, I don't know if they still do that in college.
No.
I mean, in my mind.
I hope so in my mind, yeah. I saw...
In my mind, young hot girls are still having pillow fights in college. What the fuck do I know?
I saw the best meme on my favorite subreddit that I ever do pop into when I rarely pop in, and it was the actual reason Netflix pulled out of this.
Those motherfuckers walked away with like almost $3 billion is like parent or whoever.
We're sorry.
Yeah. Like they were like, hey man, good luck. Here's $3 billion. Hey man.
Thanks for trying to buy us.
Yeah, thanks for playing. Here's $3 billion.
That's a weird game, right? They walked out ahead, but with no new product and no new obligations.
Nothing, just an extra $3 billion. I sent you way too much stuff that's probably inappropriate. But I want to get to that. I want to get it to that one. You just have $1,000. We gotta discuss that. But continue your point. Sorry, sir.
The meme or whatever it was basically like the CEO of Netflix only pulled out of this Warner Brothers deal after seeing that they did not own the distribution rights to Morbius. Because he was trying to build Morbid first. I'm like, yes, dude.
Yeah, I think now, given what you just said, I think we dodged a fucking bullet. Yeah.
Great.
Because that's why you're backing out.
That would be hilarious, dude. If that was the reason, he's like, oh, wait, what? We don't get Morbius?
He could never do another interview. If he went on, if he gave a talking, because all these guys say this shit when they get invited to like a expo, or a tech and whatever CES or whatever, they always have panels or Comic-Con or whatever. And the straw that broke the camel's back on this deal is that we didn't have distribution rights to Morbius, and I would have been like. I would argue that was I would have probably sealed the deal for me. The less I have to do, at least I know if that fucking abomination is still playing it somewhere, it's not because of me. It's because somebody else needs a fucking... Yeah. That's the studio where you work, John. You're the one that's like, hey, man, I think we need to jump in on this Netflix deal. By Paramount or, or the WB, dude. I think we need to get in on that.
So I did see a real report that says Sony's their current leadership says that they instead of taking a side step or moving around, they're just gonna relaunch and restart their Spider-Verse with all new everything. And they're like, no, we'll start with some new different Spider-Verse characters and then relaunch this little sideways Spider-Verse system we have. But they're basically saying without Craven, without Madam Web, without Morbius.
Well, yeah, they have to. How do you? Most of the time, whenever they do it, I mean, when's the last X-Men movie we got?
Man,
I'm talking about like X-Men, not
it's been a long time.
Because Days of Future Past, I love. It's one of my favorite X-Men movies. Apocalypse was okay. First Class was okay. Whatever that second one was all right. You know what I mean? I guess Days of Future Past is probably my favorite out of all of them. But as far as like the core X-Men, Jesus Christ, you didn't like fucking Days of Future Past? Of course not. You love Madam Web.
I love X3. All right, X3 was fucking great.
X3 was not great.
I know. That's what people say.
That's what everyone says.
But it was awesome.
Everybody says that,
X2,
John.
dude, with Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler. Remember how good that was?
I'm not saying. I'm just talking about X-Men United.
Yeah.
That sucked balls. X2 and the first X-Men were great.
I like X-Men. I like X-Men 1, 2, and 3. I didn't like any of the... And I tried really hard. I really did try.
No, the one with the Phoenix and all that kind of stuff with Sansa when she's the Phoenix, she's a young Jean Grey. I mean, it was all right. Apocalypse, but I'm saying First Class was all right.
First Class was okay.
You know what I mean? But the second Day of the Future Past got to be the best one out of those later kind
Out of the later ones, yes.
Right.
Out of the later ones, I'll give you that.
Yeah. I mean, and I mean, I get it, that scene where Jean Grey is trying to disintegrate Wolverine, but he just keeps regenerating. I mean, I'll give you that scene, but the entire other part of the rest of that movie, I mean, it was kind of a little bit, it was not good.
Right. I'm looking forward to my boy returning though.
Who?
Cyclops. In real costume, shooting the laser.
They're saying the X-Men are gonna be like the enemy in Doomsday. Like,
I'm not going up against Cyclops, man.
Because in their universe, they're like, oh shit, if we don't kill other universes, our universe is gonna die. So they just start incursions on other, traveling to other planets, other timelines, and murking people so they could save their timeline.
Yeah,
and that's where it all goes down.
I can see that.
And they say that there was like possibly a secret movie that's kind of come out between Doomsday and Secret Wars.
That'd be cool.
Might be another Doctor Strange movie.
Doctor Strange
that's gonna give that's gonna give context to Secret Wars.
Okay,
you know what I mean? It's gonna kind of like cool. set the stage for Secret Wars.
It'd be neat if they could learn how to do anything secretive and surprising ever in the history of ever, right? Like, instead of me having, because it started as soon as they figured out they had a winning thing, and they would drop that calendar of like, here's 100 movies that we think are going to come out.
That was their biggest, they screwed the pooch with that. When you make everybody excited and then shit happens and you can't deliver.
Yeah, allegations on it.
Yeah, allegations, strikes, acquisitions, mergers, new fucking people taking over.
And we just lose movie after movie after movie.
Acts and projects. I mean, look what happened to fucking poor Blade.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
Blade's been in development hell for 25 years.
Mahershala Ali is going to be fucking 60 years old before he fucking, be like, hey, man, we just greenlit. No, hey, we're going into pre next week.
No, we're going to have to get they got to
I don't want Michael B. Jordan.
Nobody does.
Because he's starting to slip into the whole Glenn Powell. I mean, I understand it for you. Oh, man. Glenn Powell and who else that you don't like? That's been in every movie is Glenn Powell, and then it was who else? But I mean, recently it was.
Glenn Powell's the go-to,
because he's just been in everything.
Killing. It's like, bro, what are we doing?
Yeah, I don't think Michael B. Jordan. I mean, he already
right?
I mean, yeah, they say, oh well, Chris Evans did it. He was the Human Torch, and then he came back as Captain America.
Sure, man, but you know what Chris Evans didn't do? He didn't make a movie where he played two of himself and talked a whole bunch for fucking 2 hours before a vampire showed up.
I always forget, like, you really don't like Sentence.
Bless, dude. What was going on? 48 minutes of just Michael B. Jordan talking to himself. I don't need this.
Yeah?
I just don't.
You had a problem with a movie that gave up on Native American vampire hunters, and then they just rode in a car for 30 minutes picking up people, and then Haley Steinfeld, super fine, and they make her, a secret African American that not a lot of people can tell, and then the last 20 minutes when the Irish vampires show up.
Dude, you're gonna make a vampire movie, right?
That's what I said.
You want to make this cool, quirky, Yeah,
that's what I said. They had a Faustian tale on one side and a vampire movie on the other, and they should have just split it up. They should have just not tried to combine those stories.
I get that it's getting all these accolades and awards, but if somebody really sat down and paid attention, they would be like, wait, this isn't good. Somebody actually...
hey, man, it's that soundtrack that got everybody.
Objectively looked at it, right? Because that was me. I went in with an actual high hope, and I was like, you know what? I'm looking forward to this. And then a few minutes in, I was like, this is a little weird. And then 48 minutes in, I was like, hey, you think there'll be a vampire at some point? And they're like, no, they were there at the beginning. I'm like, no, I don't mean the first 13 seconds. Okay, yeah. I don't mean the pre-credits. I'm saying the movie. And it's like,
I mean, it wouldn't have been a bad move if they did.
Right.
Because it kind of lets you know that, hey, man, they just don't let you, they give you a little something at first, and then they don't tell you wait an hour before they show back up.
It's just if people were being really objective, they would go, This is as disjointed as other shitty movies that people notoriously go, "Hey man, what is this? 3 different movies?"
Yeah, it was.
That's what I dealt with.
And to me, there was a lot. It was again, and no shade to Coogler,
No,
right? And no
sure.
shade to Michael B. Jordan. All the actors
shade,
were
but-
high.
right.
Well, look. The kid was just doing his job. You
I know,
what
man,
I mean?
it's just
He
too
was just like, hey,
fast talking.
We don't want them
I'm
to.
handsome.
We didn't want Michael B. Jordan to be Blake Lively
right.
and come in and try to just muscle over a movie
No.
and make something
Sure.
different. And,
Yeah.
and I don't think Coogler, I don't think he would have put up with that kind of shit.
Right.
But I agree with you. I mean, there was 2 separate movies that should have just been made.
Right.
Right. You probably could have made it for the same fucking budget. Right. And you could just release one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, hey, the first movie is a bunch of fucking cool ass Native American fucking vampire hunting,
what?
hunting Whitey. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
Hunting Whitey. Yeah, right? Yeah, I know. But then you could get, hey, here's a Faustian tale about the devil in the
Dude, set in the
South.
same universe.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Hey, I'll go with a threequel on that.
Yeah,
Straight
right,
up, right?
I would watch that trilogy.
Then I would be like, oh, this is cool because now I have some backstory on 2 different sides and how this third side's going to
so
merge.
they start on one side in the 30s, right? And it's the Comanche or Apache or whoever those guys were.
Right.
Much respect.
Right.
I know I'm a honky, probably not identifying
That's fine.
correctly. Either way, I'm in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hunting vampires, and then you see them kind of show up in the 30s, right? And they become a problem again, right? They get handled. Boom, 90s,
Yeah.
like they did at the end of Sinners. They have a whole movie where now this fucking New Jack City with vampires.
Yes, dude. I'm watching that.
All over that.
100% watching
All over that trilogy.
Yeah, dude. Even put the song, I am a psychopath
Yeah.
walking. Dude,
Dude.
how cool would that be?
It would be fucking killer.
I'd be all in.
Yeah, but no, they didn't. And look, I guess you have to think. Because it's money. Everything comes back down to money. But I think it's like, hey, let's try this one. Give us this one. And man, that's
Let's find out what's happening
that's
real
a
quick.
bell. What the hell is going on over there?
Vegetation.
Oh yeah. So, yeah, I agree. They could have had 3 really great movies that they tried to shoehorn into one,
Right.
and it wasn't cohesive. You know what I mean? And look, I'm sure it's not Cooler's fault. I'm sure he went in there pitching,
for
2 or
sure.
3 movies or whatever, and they was like, "Nah, son, we need you to put them all into one."
Right. He's like, no, I got a trilogy plan. They're like, we don't even know if this is going to work once.
Right.
We can't do that.
Because I think it's just now that we may be getting Avatar 4. I think, the
Right.
third one has been creeping along. And
Yeah,
finally,
yeah.
because
Finally
apparently it
got
had
there.
to reach like a billion and a half for them
Yeah.
to say, okay, we'll give you another. So it's almost there. So thank goodness we might get that one again. But I mean, I think Coogler has the chops and Michael B. Jordan
Sure.
has chops. And having playing twins in the second movie still probably would have been tough for
Right,
you.
right.
But at
Yeah,
least it would have
They
been
take
like
one of them out, right? Like that's the deal. That's the opening scene. Is
right. That's
you
what
lose
happens, right? One dies,
one's
right?
gotta
And
go.
so when we get to the third movie in the 90s, it's just him and Haley.
Just him, and he's got a chip on his shoulder,
Right.
and people keep misidentifying him because like people are like, "Is that you, Clarence?" And he's
All
like,
they
"No,
needed to
it's
do
me."
in the third one is not fucking mention Dracula, and it will be a success. 'Cause-
or
no,
or they do, right?
no, they do not.
But
You know
it's
what I
Eddie
mean?
Murphy, and it's like Blackula from the old. You know what I'm saying? They take the 70s blaxploitation
Vampire
angle.
Brooklyn shows
Vampire
up as Eddie
Brooklyn.
Murphy.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Yeah.
Him and Michael B have a knockout drag out in the streets of
Yeah,
Brooklyn.
dude. It's Snoop. Snoop was he could play a vampire again, dude. And now we're talking. I'm watching this,
Missed opportunities. Missed opportunities.
but now the other thing is right, and I'm not saying that's actually going to happen because Hollywood loves him too much. Historically, this even was happening with somebody who, before he did something really stupid, his career for the first time ever was on a slight downturn because he did the thing you're not supposed to do. Your career is about to go adjacent when you what I call the Van Damage.
Uh-huh.
When you play you twice in a movie, right? Double the Van Damme, double the action, and you're like, oh, he's playing himself twice? Okay. It's like, yeah. And Van Damme did it like 3 times. And we like kept letting him do it. But then also you realize no movie after the first one of those ever did well again, ever. It was like, well, this is your downfall. No. And then every time, you know, Jet Li did it.
I was going to say, Jet Li did the best one.
He did the best one.
With the one, dude.
But then,
fuck yes.
You know, after that, though, if you think about it, his career, that was still like, okay, right?
Oh, well, yeah.
And right before somebody decided to
You're saying the double curse.
It's the double curse. Right before somebody decided to slap a famous comedian, he had just made a movie with Tua himself, and it was Mr. Will Smith was doing it, and it was like, it's me, but it's not me, but it's a younger me, but it's all me, and you're like, yeah.
Oh, that and John Woo horrible movie.
All you're thinking is,
fuck, what was that thing even called? I can't remember.
I don't remember either, but all I know is right then I was like, oh no, Will, I thought you were on top of the world. And he's like, well, no, because since I'm about to do something stupid, I might as well make one of these double movies where there's two of me.
Look, he got paid for that.
But
you know, look, I'm not saying that was a bad premise.
Of course not. It's
not
a great premise.
But they shouldn't have used CGI to do another Will Smith. They just should have cast a younger kid that looks just like Will Smith.
Yeah.
You know, put him on a diet, get him bulked up, have him match of what it would have been, and just had him play the part. But they wind up, and man, even in the last scene where they're like held up, I can't remember, they're like held up in a building, and this clone is coming for him, and and he's like getting up on the building, and you know he's not just a regular clone, he's like, you know, pumped up a little bit, so he's scaling walls and getting on roofs. And it's like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Here you go, though. Here's proof.
You know how many other ways they could have shot that and saved all that money from CG
100%.
If they'd have just done it practical with a stunt double?
Yes. Here's proof that the curse, when handled right, doesn't exist. When you go, hey, here's the movie we're pitching, right? And the younger you comes back to kill the older you. And then when the famous superstar actor goes, oh, that's cool. And he goes, who are we getting to play the younger me? And then somebody in there was like, well, we were actually thinking making a younger you in CD. He's like, no, we're not doing that. So what cool actor can we get? And then Looper. Yes. Thank you. You knew what I was saying.
Yeah, I knew where you're going.
Fucking, guess what?
Little prosthetics.
Guess what? Bruce Willis' career did not die at that. It's dying because he's dying, but it's not dying. It didn't die because of that. Whereas if they would have double Bruced us, it would have been like, hey, there you go.
No.
You'll never make another good movie
exactly.
again.
Looper, that's a great example.
You had Joseph Gordon-Levitt spend 6 months studying Bruce to go, how about I talk, act, and look, and walk, and make the same face?
You know, and he was in prosthetics, but, I mean, it couldn't have took that long. You know what I mean? He's not spending 12 hours in a chair.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
No, you throw a nose on him, get him to make the face. He does that thing
give him the impression.
A lot of wincing and head nodding, and he's like, yeah, I got it.
Teach him how to shoot a gun using his left eye and the right hand. Right. Cocks to the side. You know what I mean? That's all subtle cues that, that that won John McClane a place in all of our hearts.
100%. But the problem is, B. Jordan's pretty beloved, and that movie did well, so that's not going to be his curse this time. But every other person... No, I don't know. That remains to be seen. He hasn't made a thing since. But if I'm just saying, typically, this is your arch.
Well, this
is your fork.
We certainly don't need another Creed movie. So go ahead and just fucking throw that out.
I
think somebody should. I'll publicly, even though he'll never hear this, say, hey, no, go ahead and keep the money. Mm-hmm. Just do something else. We don't need another fucking Creed movie. You know what I mean? I think we've kind of went through the whole when he brings back, are they trying to do, I mean, you kind of got that trilogy with the Rocky movies, him and Apollo fight, the draw. Yes. They fight a third time or a second time in the second movie. Rock wins. Rock, get fucking clubbered by Clubber Lang in the third movie, right? Yeah. But he brings back, or no, it's the fourth one when he fights Drago that he brings Apollo back in to kind of help him train and get back into it. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, we don't need no more of those fucking movies. We get it. Adonis Creed, we get it.
We get it, dude.
Yeah.
Give me something wacky. If you're gonna expand the Rocky universe, I don't want Ivan Drago's kid. I don't want Creed's kid.
Well, they're capitalizing on that he's in shape. Obviously, Killmonger was fucking jacked. They did that Tom Clancy movie on Prime where he's like, where we were supposed to get a Rainbow Six movie, right? Where they kind of like the video game, right? Without Remorse, I think it was what was called. It was a fine movie. I mean, it was kind of like thrown together. I think it could have been a better movie under better direction, but it wasn't bad. And then what's he gonna do now? You know what I mean? Like what kind of way? I mean, technically he could still play Killmonger in the MCU because
I heard that rumor.
Hey, look, you died in Wakanda. It doesn't mean you're dead.
I heard that's. Not Earth 616 theory is him, Panther.
In another universe? I mean, I could see him. I mean, that would be something that would be great in Secret Wars. I don't know if he's going to. I mean, they got enough motherfuckers in Doomsday. I don't think they need to throw Michael B. Jordan in there. I mean,
yeah.
You know what I mean? They already got fucking RDJ coming back, and nobody knows what the fuck his version of Doctor Doom is. I mean, these guys are putting out video of. Dude. Once a week, giving another, we were right, we were wrong. We don't know what the fuck is going on, I think was the last video, because every time they talk to the Russo brothers, they're giving some kind of different explanation.
Dude, I got to deal with, and they're doing the thing now because, Tom Holland fucked everybody once he went and spat it out and told everybody, secret information on Jimmy Fallon. So now Fallon, every time a Marvel character shows up, he tries to get them to say something.
Oh, no, they're locked down.
They're all locked down. Like, Thor was trying to not tell anybody that Halle Berry was in the movie. Then Halle Berry was trying to say that she wasn't in a movie. But then you're like, so are you?
Yeah, but, I mean, I kind of knew that was kind of bunk from the beginning.
Like, what's going to happen?
I don't know how you don't have, bring the original X-Men back and not have Storm, not have the original Storm.
The best Storm.
For hands down, right?
The best Storm.
I kind of knew that was kind of horse shit from the beginning because it's kind of like, nah, there's no way... There's no way that they're not going to... The fans would riot.
Right. That's the one that you're like, nah.
Because it's not about money. It's fucking Disney. You know what I mean? They're going to pay the money because, especially if it works in the story. I mean, look, they got Marsden for a bargain. Obviously. Yeah. Because, he was kind of middling it out for a while. Not saying that he wasn't doing good stuff. I mean,
no, he's relevant. He's fine.
I'm sure he wasn't a big check to write. Right. I'm sure it was big, but I'm just saying compared to Halle.
What's funny? No, you're right. What's funny, and I don't mean to curtail or sidetrack, but at the same time, I was watching something the other day, and last year or something, he was in 3 different films that were all the #1 box office, right? Because he was got Sonic and then some other stuff where it's like, oh. He's never the star of the thing, but he's managed to be in all these ridiculously successful franchises, and you're all, huh? And
hey man, look,
without ever looking over 31 either.
Oh yeah,
this vampire motherfucker. We always go to Leto and all these people, but it's how about James Marsden?
Yeah, but Leto is slowly morphing into a gray man.
Right, he's
Marsden on the other hand just seems to keep staying the same age and not turned into. He's not fucking wearing Gucci muumuus with fucking hair down to his ankles.
No, but what's crazy is, take first X-Men X1, right, and it's 2000, I think.
Yeah.
So 26 years ago, James Marsden looked 31. And right now, when he shows up in a movie,
27 years later,
27
still
years,
looks 31.
Still looks 31, and it's like, hey man.
Yeah, you see him in that trailer in that costume, and it doesn't look like anything has changed.
It's so weird. I think it's awesome, but it is crazy because even in the movies,
but I also like that for that guy, because you know what I mean. Yeah. If anybody needs a triumphant return, is the fucking Cyclops. Which he's led the X-Men in every fucking anything ever animated or real life. He was fucking in charge.
Dude, my favorite scene ever is when they rip the mask off of him on one of the X-Men movies, and you realize how powerful his eye beams are. Right?
Oh yeah.
Because everybody loves to downplay Cyclops, and I'm always like, you don't understand.
Well, they underestimate his power.
Yeah. And when that one where they rip his mask off and he's cutting every building around him and just abolishing it with his.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, That's what people don't realize. They're like, oh, he's mild, he's tempered, he pushes a little button, a little
by the time Logan
type.
came around, I think he was dead in that universe.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But
they're worried about Professor X. Mm-hmm. You need to fucking keep an eye on Cyclops.
Dude, you need to.
Because that's a motherfucker that can level a city.
That's why I like the trailer that has him in it, because he's shooting it out of his face, and it looks like, that's what it does, by the way.
See, that's what gets me hyped.
I know.
You know, if they really, but also I still have to be apprehensive because, you know, I've been hurt before. Mm-hmm. And so I don't want to get too excited about it because, you know, I don't want to go in there all pumped and then just get let down.
What I don't want, speaking of any kind of double twofer situation, I do not want some sort of mid-credit, end-credit, post-credit scene where there's like the left side of the screen is like evil, angry, doom Robert Downey Jr. Mm-hmm. And then like right side of the screen in some sort of like shitty 90s, you know, CG version. It's like is Tony Stark Robert Downey Jr. and they're like, you know, talking it out, right? Like one's being mean about it and one's like, no, we will be stopped. There's no way. And I'm like, I'm scared to death they're gonna do that.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, that'd be.
It would piss me off. I know some people would be like, oh my God, I'm not that guy. I would be irritated to fuck if they did that. You know what I'm talking about? The thing where they do where there's...
I don't know why they just didn't... Look, if Robert Downey Jr. wanted a break but still wanted money...
Right.
And after you see... I mean, look, the guy invented time travel. You think you couldn't download his conscious into a fucking disc and make him a Jarvis-type character where he's still getting a fat check just doing voiceovers? Maybe a few holograms. Oh, you know what I mean?
Sure.
That would have been fine.
That'd be cool.
But, you know, I guess he was just, you know, done. And then he had a couple shit he did a...
Dr. Doolittle had to...
Well, look.
He needed some recourse.
He's not the only actor that has played a beloved character. And then, you know, all of a sudden... You know, I don't think Robert Downey Jr. gave up being Tony Stark because he felt he was creatively stumped.
Right.
I kind of believe that more with Evans.
Oh, for sure. Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. I kind of say that kind of tracks for him. Mm-hmm. But they just couldn't afford Downey anymore because of his original contract. Because every time he showed up, right, and fucking blame Robert Downey Jr.'s agent. Mm-hmm. You don't have to. It's not Disney. You can't be like, well, fuck, we can get him to come back, but know that we're going to give up $150 million because he's going to have this big cut of the back end profit. And, you know, having him in a movie realistically means that it's going to do $1 billion, right?
Right.
And so they just didn't want to have to give up that pie.
Right.
And so they were like, okay, if you want to go. And then, you know, they say whatever they want to say. They all like try to be amicable.
Oh,
because
for sure.
For the exact situation that we're in, when they need him to come back, because they've kind of had a couple strikeouts since they killed off Iron Man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
so it's the same thing with Evans. Evans, you know, I don't think it was the money. He got paid pretty well.
Right.
I don't think he's like a stacking up money kind of actor like any of these other people that want to jump in on these big projects. Maybe he did want to do something more rangy. Fine, but he could always come back as Captain America. The guy's still young enough. We looked at the photos where he was fucking jacked again for no reason.
For sure.
We automatically know he's coming back as Captain America.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't go through that kind of bullshit just because I decided I wanted to beef up. When the guy was walking around, normally his walking around weight is like 185.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't bump up to 230 just because you thought, you know, I'm bulking. I'm getting in competitive bodybuilding now. Fuck off. You're coming back as Cap.
Yeah, he's just like, nah, man, I'm just trying to stay fit for my kids, you know.
No, I want to
Little
stay
TRT.
I want to show them how to throw the shield when they grow up.
Working on some jiu-jitsu at home.
With my 24-year-old wife that I just knocked up.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Well, yeah, I mean, because, you know, they just like they can fuck it up by trying to do too much. Speaking of the MCU, let's go back to that point that we got watched over. I sent you a picture recently of a meme where they have 12 celebrities, female celebrities, and they have assigned a value. But the caveat is that you only have $1,000 to spend.
Right.
So And while you're pulling up your picture, I'll go ahead and give the audience a little sight into what's going on. So you have 12 female celebrities, first row, and we're going left to right.
Mm-hmm.
Ana de Armas, smoke show.
Smoke show.
Her value is $400.
A little weird, but yeah.
Right next to her is Sydney Sweeney, current smoke show.
Right.
$300.
A little weird. They should both either be the same amount of money or both
We'll
higher.
get to that. We'll get to that. Scarlett Johansson is right there, $500.
Right. Should be 7, but yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Right next to her, number 4, is the Scarlet Witch herself.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Olsen.
Right.
Her value, $600.
Yep.
So let's go
Which
down.
I still think is high. Just FYI. Throwing that out there.
A big insult to Hermione.
Yeah, dude, $100 for Hermione? That's insane.
Get out of here. She's
Get out of town.
She's $300 all day long.
3 all day long.
All right, right next to her,
Catwoman herself.
Anne Hathaway, $300.
Devil Wears Prada, Part 2.
Agree or disagree?
Oh, no, she needs to be way more. But I'm a Hathaway fan.
Oh, okay. Then right next
But
to
if
her.
I'm being objective, make her 4.
Okay, so you're giving her a $100 raise.
Mm-hmm.
We're giving Hermione a $300 raise.
For sure.
All right, right next to her, at number 7 is Emma Stone.
Love her.
With a paltry $200.
Yeah, that's idiotic.
What we bumping her up to? 3?
She needs to be at 4. 3 or 4.
4?
I would say 4 though.
All right, I'm saying she needs a $100 raise.
Right.
I don't know if I'm willing to go 2.
Right.
All right, at the end of the list.
This needs to be
$750.
This is a
current favorite between the both of us.
$750.
Who has been a topic
$800.
of multiple text, real life conversations, and text conversations.
Right.
Is Alexandria Daddario with
$800, Alex.
Yeah. What is 800?
Exactly. What is $800?
She's coming in at 5.
No.
So understand, according to this one,
right.
Scarlet Witch is 6.
Right.
Daddario is 5.
And then the most offensive.
We'll get to the dark horse.
I just want to make sure this is the most offensive statement on this
coming
little square.
Coming in at number 9 is Gal Gadot.
This is insane.
With a insulting $100.
What psychopath was like, "Hey, Wonder Woman"? It's like, nah, $100.
But I think this is how this fucking thing gets you, right? Because
it's infuriating.
They put high prices on actresses that are like, I don't know. I mean,
right?
Is Scarlet Witch incredibly hot?
No,
absolutely.
I don't know. She's hot. I don't know if incredibly.
Okay. Agree to disagree.
Hey, I'm sorry,
but we both agree that she's not a 600.
Yes. I
mean, I will be fair, and I'd say 400 for sure.
400. I'll give you that.
I think 400's fair.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
All right. So we'll take her 200.
Yeah.
And we'll give that 200 to Gal.
Yeah, we'll give that to. It's insane.
Because she's at least 300, right?
Yes.
And then right next to her is Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Coming in at 500. Agree or disagree?
No, it still needs to be more. It's fucking.
You think Margot's higher than 5?
I think her and Gal Gadot are both. I think Margot needs to be like.
Okay, so both of them combined is 8. So we just split the difference and make them both 4s.
Okay, make them both
4. $400.
Gal Gadot's got to be 500. It's a fucking Wonder Woman, and she's hot as the sun. It's ridiculous.
All facts. I have no disagreement.
It's ridiculous.
Now here's insulting. Going the other way.
Wow.
Look. Oh Jesus. Hey, look. I'm not saying Brie Larson isn't.
No, she needs to be 5.
Hot as the sun.
Right. Needs to be a 5.
But yeah, she's got to come down a couple pegs. She's got to come down.
Well,
to 5.
we got to pull money out of her. And put it into Gal Gadot. This is
okay. So you're saying. Well, wait a minute. So can we still keep the split? We agree. Margot's a 400.
Yes. Yeah.
And that makes Gal 400.
Right.
So we take 100 away from Larson.
Right.
So we make Gadot 5.
Right.
Right. So what do we do with that other 100? Because we still got one more left.
Yeah.
Where is that extra $100 going?
Okay, I think we got to just give it to Hermione just out of guilt.
It's like getting picked last for fucking kickball.
It's
like, look.
I don't know what happened.
We don't know what to do with this extra, so we're just going to give it to you because we know for sure 100's insulting.
100's offensive.
We just don't know if you're a $500 gal. I think that's the cap for all of them.
Maybe
right?
that's the cap in reality.
Right?
Right.
Well, in this obviously
yeah.
sexist,
Fully
ranking
racist
system that God knows who created.
Yeah.
I'm just going based off of this. I'm not saying that these. I've given my personal opinion, but
Right.
a lot of these guys are wrong. All right, then bringing it in at number 12, Katniss Everdeen herself,
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence,
Love her. She's great.
400.
Right.
We stay.
I think we stay.
I don't think we
in
lower.
my opinion,
I don't think we lower.
But she's not the 700.
Oh well, obviously she's not 700.
You know what I mean? So I think we stay. I think that one's
I
the
think
one
we just
they got.
hold.
Yeah, I think that one they got the most accurate.
All right, so quick recap.
Mm-hmm.
Anna de Armas is a 5.
Right, for sure.
Sweeney is a 5.
Right.
Agreed?
Yes.
Scarlett,
Right.
5.
5.
Olsen, 4.
I think a 400.
All right, I agree. Hermione, 4.
She deserves 400.
Out of charity,
Yeah.
according to John.
Yeah.
Hathaway is a 4.
Yep.
All right. Stone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we ever gave her any money. Do we take away Hermione's 100 that we took off of Larson and give it to Stone?
No, man. No, because they're equal. I think Stone and Hermione
Is that just
are equal.
because of redheads?
The British redheads, you know what I mean?
Stone's not British.
Oh, that's right. She's not.
All right. Okay, you heard it from John. I don't have to ask the question on this one. Daddario's a 5 all day long.
Hey, dude, or just grab the whole 1,000 and.
So you're saying you're doing the Dario and her clone? You're spending that grand that way? Is that how you're spending your $1,000? All right, back to it. So Godot's would you say 5?
I said 5.
Margot.
Did we say 5 or 6? What did we say on her?
No. I don't think we can.
Okay.
Neither one of us can go. I think it's been established that none of them jump over 5.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Barring personal preferences,
Right.
the cap is $500.
Got it. Yeah.
So she stays a 5. Larson drops to what?
Am I being objective or am I being? You know what I mean? If
Well,
I'm being objective,
you
make
can be
4.
objective. You can give both opinions.
No, I know. Yeah. Logically, she should be 4. In my world, 5.
Okay.
But logically, make her a 400.
All right. Yes. So we're making her 400. So if you're paying attention at home, Brie Larson's dropped $300
because somebody overpriced this chick.
Somebody whoever made this fucking
they made
this was a Larson fan.
This was made before the Marvels came out.
Oh, you think, or after?
the 700.
Because he could be a fucking dude like you that would put fucking Madam Web at 700. You know what I mean?
Why isn't she not on this list? Why is Dakota Johnson?
We could get to that. We can ask. Because at this point they're honorable mentions because they didn't even make the 12.
Right.
And so at the end we have Jennifer Lawrence. She's staying a 4.
Yeah.
All right, John. I ask you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
You have $1,000. How are you spending it?
What's
There's no cap. You just got to spend within $1,000.
What do we say? Bree's at? She's at 4.
Yes.
Yeah, she's a 400.
So your first choice,
first choice.
John's the number 1 pick.
Right. Yeah, going.
So you're going Larson. So okay, you're $400. You got $600 left. Where are you going? Are you trying to fit in like a Neapolitan? Are you going to go with some vanilla, some chocolate? And that's another thing.
Hey, there's no chocolate
That
on
was
this
another
list.
thing that I was going to point out. This is fucking incredibly racist that whoever made this didn't put any...
Not one. There's no Hallie. There's nobody, right?
Hallie, 500, even now, all day long.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another thing, too, there's no Latina representation. All right?
No, the closest you have is Wonder Woman, and she's not really Latina.
Right. She's just Israeli.
She's just
You know what I'm saying?
tan.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right,
it's
so
real.
number one pick for John.
A lot of redheads. You know what I mean? Like it
was who'd you say? Daddario?
Yeah. No, my number 1 pick's gonna be Bree, just because Captain Marvel.
All right. So Bree's at 4. You have $600 left, John. Where you going?
What's Hathaway at? She at 4?
Yeah, we agreed that she bumped up to 4.
Because my my brain's always gonna be like Captain Marvel and Catwoman. You know what I mean? But then Daddario and Sweeney.
I'm just saying.
But
just saying.
The problem is your concept.
Well,
right?
here's the thing. Are you
hang-
trying to get the most value out of your
Right.
$1,000?
Yeah, if I'm doing, quality or quantity is all I'm saying.
Okay.
Because like the conversations with Daddario and Sweeney and whatnot, I'm not there. Whereas you could have an intelligent conversation with Captain Marvel and Catwoman.
Okay. So so wait a minute.
I'm just saying.
So you're saying that you're shying away from Sweeney because you think she's not a conversationalist?
I mean, I'm just saying, age gap wise, I'd be like,
hey, look, this is not a coffee shop
Nirvana.
trip. This is
Nirvana
not. I'm
was
gonna spend
cool.
$1,000 to go to a coffee shop, Jonathan. This is the $1,000 you pay
You
before.
ever heard of Soundgarden? Yeah, I don't
This
need
is
this.
the $1,000 you pay before an evening of debauchery.
Right.
So
Yeah, I don't. I mean, then I got to go Armis and Daddario. I guess that's.
so you're going. So wait a minute. I think you're over the cap.
Yeah.
So you're saying Brie Larson at 4, right?
Right.
So and you're saying so. Look, if you got if we left the scale
But nobody's at
as
200.
is, I don't think you should get more than 3.
Right.
I think. I mean, we're already living in a
Right.
world of illusion, thinking that this was a possibility anywhere.
Right. Yeah, the whole thing.
But I think we both agree that you were lucky to get one of these. 2 is a unicorn.
3 is insane.
3 is black magic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Hathaway,
Right.
Armis, is that your final second choice,
No.
or
no,
is it Daddario?
Yes, Dario.
Okay. All right. So
100%.
we're at. I mean, then you're done.
Right.
You got $100 to tip the waiter
Yeah.
to bring the chocolate lava to the table before you go back to the Four Seasons.
Right.
All
That's
right.
it.
So John's leaving $100 on the table, and he's
Yeah, man.
taking Hathaway and Daddario. Hey, look, I'm not making fun of your choice.
No.
It's a
Of
solid
course not.
choice.
Right.
All right. I'm gonna take the other way. I'm gonna try to squeeze in 3.
Okay.
All right. Daddario is my number 1 draft choice.
Sure.
All right.
On eyes alone.
Yes. And then, so she's a 5. Well, I mean, I don't think you're getting 3. I mean, if
We
you
may
don't-
have moved
Well,
the money around the wrong way.
I think we priced ourselves out of a foursome. I think all we get is, I think we priced ourselves out of a foursome.
Yeah.
Daddario is my number 1 draft choice, hands down.
Because if you were trying to go, okay, yeah, keep going, and then I'll.
And I'm kind of with you. As much as she is the hot girl, I don't think I'm going with Sweeney.
I get that she's the hot girl. I'm not stupid.
No offense.
Right?
And I'm not. It's no implication, but I think I'm gonna stay with the brunette theme as you did.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we both agree. My number 1 draft choice is Daddario.
Right.
And then I think I'm going Daddario. You went Hathaway. I think I'm going Armis.
Okay.
Anna
I
de Armas.
understand it. I get it.
So that caps me out at 9.
Right. Yeah. So we both got. We're
Right.
tipping.
Yeah, we're tipping. We're tipping the waiter, right?
Now, if we kept the prices
I'm getting the shrimp
as
cocktail.
is,
I'm getting the shrimp cocktail as it. Well, I'm getting the shrimp cocktail because I got extra $100 in my pocket.
right.
All right.
If we were keeping this as
As is, where
I would end up with Diarmas, Godot,
5
and
Hathaway.
no, Daddario. Right? If
Oh, so you're going. You're going Armis.
maximum,
Oh, okay. Maximum getting your the most bang for the buck.
most bang for your buck is is that. That's your absolute most.
I like that pick. That's respectable. I like that. So, in that case, still my number 1 draft pick.
Right.
I'm going Daddario, and I'm going, shit. No, I'm with you. I'm going Daddario, Hathaway. That's 8.
Yeah.
And then I'm going Hermione. I'm going Godot.
And right, yeah, you get 4.
I'm going for the quintuple.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, I mean,
I do love the fact that whoever made this is clearly biased like I would be, because in the real world, I would.
if this was on a college course, it would be riots and protesting
For sure.
for the day as long.
But the person who made it clearly loves Captain Marvel the way I love
Sure.
Captain Marvel, right? Because
only a psycho would make Brie Larson
Right.
the $700.
That's right.
If you only got to spend $1,000, that means you get Brie Larson, and your choices are double up with I mean, it's either Hathaway or Sweeney, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you could, so you're only going that way, or you go Larson, Godot, Hermione,
Right.
right? And then that maxes you out at 9. There's not another $100 one on there.
And we're both only including Hermione because she's $100. Like that's the other
Right
at the end of the story.
Yeah, and again, I feel like Emma is getting the shaft.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Watson is getting bullied on because we're just throwing money just to make her feel better.
Right.
Like, baby, we know you're not 100, but you ain't a
but
500.
Look, there's not a Ruth Nega, Tatiana Gabrielle. There's not a single one of these.
There's no ethnics.
There's no mocha in this
nothing.
bunch. It's a little weird. It's like
there's no chocolate, which is a crime in itself.
It's a little weird.
Because we could go on and on and on and on and on about, putting some color in there. We don't. Well, that's not true. Ana de Armas is like Colombian, so they did have a little. I think that's the two caveats. Is her and Godot are the only non-white girls.
I mean, I guess. Daddario is technically an Italian name, but I don't know.
Yeah, with that kind of skin, she's never passing for anything other than white girl.
No. Well, no, dude. Remember when she was The Rock's daughter?
Oh yeah. Look, I'm just saying it.
Hey,
I was gonna say real life, but even in this fucking meme, it's still in fucking fantasy land, right?
Dude,
I would just like to say though, as far as my money is concerned,
mm-hmm.
even though that movie was preposterous, I mean, San Andreas.
Sure, I've watched it several times.
Probably the hottest.
Yeah.
Daddario's been in the movie, and this was pre-True Detective first season 1.
Yeah.
Where probably some of the best television, not only for the story and what's going on, but also because we all got blessed with
that was crazy
watching her do a nude scene, and we're all better people for it. Well, better. I'm a better person for it.
Yeah, no, we all are.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, I think she's pregnant.
No way.
Yo.
Oh, that means
she is packing heavy. Dog.
Yeah, I know. Heavy. The funny thing is like we saw San Andreas at the theater, but I will.
I'm sorry.
No. Don't be. It was a fun time, but I will randomly come home to Nicole watching San Andreas. Just randomly watching. I'm talking like I do Twister, right? Like I watch Twister way too commonly.
The original.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've only seen the other one like 5 times.
All right.
Right. Which is already.
I've forgiven you a few times for Madam Web and Morbius, but if you're watching that Twister's remake on a reg,
not on a reg,
we will have to reevaluate our friendship.
I think I've already given it too many chances, to be honest, right? Because I think I've seen it 5 times total.
The new one?
Yeah. And I'm like, I can stop, right? It's not good. Mostly because, right? Stop, dude. You know, like, cast another guy.
Oh, you boy!
Hey, man.
That's the Glenn effect,
dude.
That's what you're going through right now. Is the Glenn effect?
It's just.
Hey, look, man. That would have been Army Hammer if he had texted some broad that he liked eating people.
If he didn't eat people, it would have been Army Hammer.
Yeah, it would have been.
But here's the thing.
Here, Glenn Powell only exists because Army Hammer
1,000%
can't shut the fuck up.
1,000%, dude. All I know is,
hey man, hey man, take a girl out for dinner. Bring her over.
Swear to God, like
watch the fucking Notebook.
But here's what I want. Right, like what I want is in the real world. This is how it's supposed to work, right? Is in the real world, the guy Chris Pine and Chris Evans should have been playing all the same roles for about 10 years together, right? And they kind of were, so it's fine. And in the real world,
Pine went all fucking full hippie
until he went fucking full on surfer dude.
Yeah, when he had a premiere,
that guy's insane.
That guy.
But my point is. In Hollywood, it's a really cool thing when you go, oh, hey, here's our two Treat Williams and Tom Berenger. It's the same guy. They made the same movie. They were both snipers. They were both a substitute, and they kept switching them. It was like, hey, I thought Tom Berenger was a substitute. It's like, not anymore. Now it's Treat Williams. And then you're like, okay, well, who's in Sniper 3? Oh, we flipped it. Now it's Tom Berenger. It's like, okay, so you guys really are interchangeable. Yeah. Okay, understood.
Well, that's most of Hollywood, though.
But that's what I want, right? So if Army wouldn't have eaten people, I wouldn't have Glenn fatigue. I would have.
Look, before we get sued for they literally get nothing. I basically send them my soundboard. He didn't actually eat people.
No,
for the record,
it was allegedly.
He just was sending. He was sexting another woman about the idea of eating.
I'm sorry, Army.
Her.
Well, I meant allegedly,
and not in a great way. Just so we're clearing all the legal fucking loopholes that John's trying to bury us under.
I apologize. I know he didn't eat
Clear
people.
all the legalese before John kills this podcast with slander.
Accusations.
Army Hammer did not eat anyone, yet
Nobody
he
was
did
eating.
send text to some broad saying that, that he fantasizes about. I'm like, look,
Hey, who doesn't?
if we could talk about that for a second.
Right.
How much fucking action are you getting where you get so bored enough that you got to entertain the fact of, but then you look at his family and then you're like, oh, okay, I see it.
Yeah.
Because the Hammer's got a dark history.
That's a whole world.
But that's what I'm saying. You think that at first. It's like, Jesus, how much action is this cat getting that he's got to like bump it up to? I mean, I'd have been okay with maybe a little choking.
Right, yeah,
You know what I mean?
Get a little kinky. Right.
Yeah, it's all right. Hey, man.
Yeah, dude.
Whatever you got to do to spice it up, but cannibalism?
100%. Once we're going into cannibalism, they slow down, right?
Yeah.
What's great, what sucks, Army Hammer was so on point when his Entourage cameo in the Entourage movie was perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, it was the perfect encapsulation of, like, this guy that everybody loves, and then he gets on there, and then he's, like, threatening the shit out of drama, and it was so funny, because you're like,
yeah.
Oh,
well, I mean, Entourage was a parody, but all that shit came from somewhere.
yeah.
There was some good-looking fucking dude who was on set, and I'm not talking about Cruz losing it over masks
Oh, for
or
sure.
Bale losing it. with-
lighting gaff.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Bale would be more in line, but but he's kind of like an actor. You know what I mean?
Yes, he is.
And they were trying to, they were fucking up his flow. I would accept that more than just some guy who's America's sweetheart, and then you find out that just a fucking douche in the background.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I loved Entourage for that, right? Make Seth Green an asshole, stuff like that. It's great. But
I mean, that's the whole point of parody movies is like
Right.
you always like why like Lisa Kudrow played such a airhead because in real life she's like really
Smart as shit.
Yeah, very intelligent.
so my concept here is this, though. And then here's another two good examples. For a very long time, right? You had Kevin Connolly and Seth Green. It's like, oh, here's our two short, fiery redheads that are witty. Cool, got it. So what would be great in a great world, we have, an Army Hammer in Running Man and then a Glenn Powell in Twister. Okay. And then, or flip it, whatever, because you've got, these are the two guys that are in all the stuff.
That dude
when
was
we
on,
need.
and Hammer was on track to, he was like in a, like, I don't know if I'd say the short list, but he was on a medium list for
1000%.
Batman.
Dude, especially because he's coming off of like some of those Moriarty flicks where everybody in it was famous. Remember the Death on the Nile and the other one. But it's like they had everybody in those. Depp was in one, Godot was in another. They squeezed Josh fucking had Gad. And God bless. He's done one good thing his whole life. All right,
Was that Olaf?
No,
What?
playing himself in Wonder Man. That was the
yeah.
only time I've ever liked Josh Gad in my entire life.
And we know that was an exaggerated.
Watching
Gad.
him play a coked up raver party boy.
Yeah, he got the dwarf contract on Wonder Man. He's like, show up in your own clothes, but just take it up 10% and be an asshole.
First time I've liked Josh Gad in anything ever was that moment when he gets there and he's like, woo! And he's like, cocaine, dancing, making a techno version of Olaf's song. Like he was on point for Wonder Man, for sure.
Yeah.
But everything else, dude, fucking Josh Gad. Jesus Christ.
Poor Olaf.
He's the worst.
All right, as we come to a close, as we get ready to key up our outro, what did we learn today, John?
We learned that Brie Larson possibly overpriced.
You think she ever shows back up as Captain Marvel?
Dude, I hope so. I love her. I think she's great.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I never thought it was a bad choice. I think, her, like many other people, they just they get in a shitty movie.
Right.
And But also too, when she's out like doing interviews, she's not doing herself any favors. I'm
No.
not saying you don't
not-
have. I'm not saying you don't have opinion, but I'm
Right.
just saying
She's not quite Ariana and Cynthia
you
from
got
The Wicked, but
hey,
she's...
look, if RDJ, who made a ton of movies, who obviously made a ton of money, decided that he was going to have a strong opinion about things and figure
Right.
I'm not going to try to get another movie anymore.
Right.
Go ahead. I mean, you got plenty
Go
of
for
money,
it.
right?
Yeah.
You know, Larson, sadly, she didn't have enough of those movies under her belt. You know what I
You
mean?
need a couple more.
Yeah,
You know what I
you
mean?
needed to be a part of a couple
Right.
Avengers movies. She had the Scarlett Johansson. She didn't, you know, she never talked shit about Disney. I mean,
Right,
she sued them, but I mean, fuck, she was already dead. You know, the character.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, alleged. She's not dead, folks.
Yeah.
Just
Okay,
for the-
this
for
is
the-
what I want to say. This is what we learned today, John. Army Hammer, John,
did not
did
eat
not
people.
did not actually eat people.
No, it was
For
all
the love of God.
just jokes.
Just, you know, he just texting that, you know, it was a little fantasy.
No. Who hasn't fantasized?
In a sexist, racist meme chart of how we'd spend $1,000 to
Yeah.
sleep with Hollywood actresses.
Right.
Brie Larson was overpriced.
Right.
Goodell was underpriced.
Yeah.
You know, which
Hermione was just disrespected.
Yeah, and Emma Watson was just she was fucking
Right.
disrespected.
Yeah, it's a
right?
weird situation.
So all right, folks. I hope you enjoyed this debauchery talk
Yeah.
speak. Hey, make sure you're stacking up on spam and wet wipes in case this fucking Iran shit goes sideways.
Nobody knows. Just take care of yourself, folks.
Yep.
Be safe out there.
We'll see you next time.